second down. Oh, his first throw of the playoffs is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season and stay free and with passion.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, 24 yards. And the Ravens will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. One play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's caught, Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
Now Pickett. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Pickett to throw on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's second down and 3. Harris running straight ahead. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the Both players combined for their team's first sack of the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. On the give, this is Harris. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? This is caught, and in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Highsmith, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Now is a punter, Jordan Stout. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's brought down. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Here's Pickett. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Jackson now. Oh, and that is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown. Zay Flowers, 57 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. 11 touchdowns for the rookie in the regular season. He's got his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Rush coming, and he's taken down. From that outside linebacker spot, gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
He said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The sack there by Roquan Smith. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field. Guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10. Pickett. And incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore's offense starting another drive. It's Gus Edwards at running back. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've already done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
2nd down and 4. Again, Jackson will keep it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Pickett back to throw. Man open is Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Now they fake the jet sweep there, and a run instead with Harris. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Off play action. Pickett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, first up here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just...
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Pick it now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sam Mack at the 38. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They hand this off to Harris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he missed it. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson about ready to take over once more. He's got a touchdown pass in this first half, but he's also been intercepted twice, so maybe looking to be a bit more careful with the ball here as they start on first down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Jackson options out left. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 52 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 19-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. In motion right is Robinson. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. That's complete to Robinson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. The pressure gets to him again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent gain, 35 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's Jackson to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Completes it to Austin. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He's got this to Pickens. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they can just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Here's Pickett. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 37-yard line.
They'll throw again with Pickett. He finds Austin complete. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
But first, let's remind everyone what we've got coming up in tomorrow's action in the AFC. We've got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders squaring off against the Buffalo Bills. The Ravens were led in that first half by who else? The former MVP Lamar Jackson. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Throwing on third down, here's Pickett. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Cade York on now for the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. York able to send this one through. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3 to a starting field position like that. 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense back out there. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off. Move on. Have to coach your team the lead. And now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Nothing open down Lamar Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this down to the 32. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. That's some strong running there as he's down just short of the 20 on the edge of the end zone. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
2nd and a yard at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
Here's Jackson. The kicker here is complete. Well, the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the front. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Make a jump offside! No mental mistakes out there, offense!
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with the drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Pickett throwing again on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Here's one deep for Pickens. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Ravens will take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass. So whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
That's a room to run now. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 63 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the first down.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well. Jackson now. That one into the hands of Flowers. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick and play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down. Here's Pickett. Completes Austin here over the middle.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Pickett back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 26-yard line. That's the end.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Pickett. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
And the Steeler first down.
Pickett sets up play action. That is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Pickett. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Pickett will look to throw it here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
They run once more with Edwards. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. On the return is Peterson. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Steelers set to take the field. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the 36-yard line.
Pickett. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Steelers.
Pickett to throw on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here now, second and 4.
At the 20-yard line.
This is Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. This is Harris. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Pickett, fourth down, desperation time. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Steelers first down. They go for it on 4th and 2, and it's a gain of 6. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Back to throw, Pickett. And he's got it. And the Steelers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Harris trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Steelers get a bit closer. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 75 yards on the ground so far for Edwards. It's a first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Edwards. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. At their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
And he's got his target, Harris.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Pickett right back to the air again.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Connor Hayward.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. And a design QB run in that spot. Maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on 4th down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more. Saw it there. Did not work out. Turnover on downs.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. He's got this to Pickens.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Now Pickett. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Looking to throw here. Pickett.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. They'll start by running the option to the right.
And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one's going to come to an end. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.